myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, they're crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business. Handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red rose, match with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh.
Tell me something I don't know.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Buffalo Bills. With that, let's get up to Buffalo. Standing by at New Era Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here.
Not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's the Chargers' new kicker for 2018, Caleb Sturgis, to get us started. And off we go from New Era Field. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo coming out here on offense, and the race for quarterback in Buffalo has moved from 3 down to 2 guys, CD, with the injury to A.J. McCarron.
And I find it so unfortunate for A.J. McCarron. Waited his time in Cincinnati, had his opportunity here in Buffalo. He may once again get one later on, but right now he's out of the mix. That means it's down to Josh Allen, their first-round pick this year, and their second-year quarterback, Nathan Peterman. I expect Allen to be the starter when the season begins.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Chargers getting set to go. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Hey! Second down, Rivers. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And this one is incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. First carry for Chris Ivory. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll try to run with Ivory. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Allen. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to force it to his tight end, Clay, there, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, here's a look at the L.A. Chargers, and for them, another week in the preseason and another season-ending injury. First, it was Jason Verrett, and now they've got Jalen Watkins gone for the year.
And Jalen Watkins serves dual roles because he was a terrific special teams player as well as a safety. So now your first-round pick, Derwin James, a big-time selection for the Chargers. Can he play corner and safety? Can they clone him? Puts a little more pressure on the rookie out of Florida State.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Allen now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Joey Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. Here's Desmond King on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So out come the Chargers. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Stay hot! 380! Stay hot!
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep here, Marcus Murphy. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going deep for Benjamin. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Man open right side. It's the tight end play. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Well, you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Looks to throw on 2nd down. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
All right, here we go.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The Charger offense making their way back out there and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body. Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And an alley to run. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. A beautiful spin and room to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, Allen. That is incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way. And
if they want to insist on going in that direction, make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now Allen to throw on 3rd down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. Returning, it's Benjamin. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. To head back on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They run it here with Gordon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard. A Charger first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 23 yards on the play. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now Gordon on 1st down. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Virgil Green from 10 yards out. And the Chargers have taken a 1st quarter lead.
And what a fortuitous signing by the Los Angeles Chargers, getting Virgil Green away from their AFC West rival Denver Broncos, where he spent the last 7 seasons, because the Chargers, remember, lost Hunter Henry to an ACL tear back in June. Virgil Green trying to fill the void.
Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. Sturgis for the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter.
Now let's go!
First down, and they're going to throw without it. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. At the end of 1, 7-3 the score. And we're back to upstate New York after this. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the gun, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A first down throw here for Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rivers now on 2nd down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball.
It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Hey!
Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Second down, Rivers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Here's Rivers. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Sturgis adds the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Here's Tywan Jones on the return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here now a look at LaShawn McCoy. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore. Or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
Hurry up, here we go.
On second down, here's Allen. It's complete to Jeremy Curley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The Bills on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yes, good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
Here's John Ryan now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Benjamin. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 34.
380!
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
To throw on 2nd down. Rivers. Green's got it over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Rivers on first down. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And they'll go on the ground. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. From the red zone now, Rivers. And caught, right side, Green. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. That is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his third touchdown pass of the game, and the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Now Jones. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A give to McCoy. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
You know, while we got a second, I did want to take a look back to the Hall of Fame inductions. Took place in Canton on August 4th. And what stood out to you from the ceremonies, from the speeches that you heard?
Well, for me, beside the speeches, just remembering their careers, I really flashed back at how much I enjoyed watching Brian Dawkins play, and his speech was terrific as well. Robert Dr. Doom Brazil with the Houston Oilers, absolutely loved him as a player. And Jerry Kramer had to wait so long with the Green Bay Packers. For him to get in, I thought was terrific, and I can't wait for next year. First ballot eligible guys, Tony Gonzalez, Ed Reed, and Champ Bailey. That's a strong class.
Another star-studded cast.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
To the sideline. That's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Let's go! 3-19!
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Clay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Hurry up, here we go!
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Hurry up, here we go!
On 1st down, Allen. Coleman has it here right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Looking sideline, incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And now it's 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go!
This give is to McCoy. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. The Bills on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Allen hit. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. Man open left side. It's Williams. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Rivers now from the 50. And Green with a catch left side. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Rivers now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Rivers again. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. On 3rd down, Rivers. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. Now Jones. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Throwing on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
False start, offense.
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw
Still
it,
first down.
you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We want to remind you that new this year in regular season games, I'll take you around the NFL and give you stats and scores from games in progress, as well as look back at games that have already been completed. So keep an eye out for that, but for now, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. To return it now, here's King. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs...
Second down, Rivers. And that is incomplete here. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big 30-yard play on third.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And that's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Rivers. This is caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because we were grading them on their performance in this game. A lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprinting back to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Caleb Sturgis now for the Charger field goal. This from 25 yards out. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. Gets fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
4 down, check. All right, here we go.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. They're going over the middle here to Curley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, as the Bills are going to have a first down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Now on first down. His throw incomplete.
Well, CD, in a couple of weeks we can make our Super Bowl predictions, but for right now, I want to get your AFC Division Champion predictions. Who do you have?
All right, let's start in the AFC East. It's New England. Do we need to say any more?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's a challenger behind them in that division right now.
That tends to cover it. Miami believes that they can be. Buffalo will be starting over with a new quarterback. So will the Jets. How about the AFC South? I'm going to give you a surprise there. I think Houston comes back and reclaims their crown and moves ahead of Jacksonville and Tennessee, who were both in the playoffs last year. The good health of Deshaun Watson, J.J. Watt, Whitney Merciless, Houston in a surprise pick.
All right. How about the West? The West is always intriguing. Who are you taking there?
One of the better divisions in football. John Gruden's back in Oakland. Kansas City has a new quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. Denver has a new quarterback in Case Keenum, plus a terrific defense. But I think the L.A. Chargers ride away with this division crown. Philip Rivers has to get it done. Somewhat approaching the twilight of his career. And I love their pass rush with Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram.
And in the North, I'm guessing you're going Steelers.
I think I have to go the Pittsburgh Steelers. Everyone else has big question marks. The Steelers have Big Ben, and they're really upset about the way 2017 ended when they lost to Jacksonville in the playoffs. And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On 2nd down, here's Allen. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And he's got room. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looks to throw on 2nd down. Going for it all. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. The Bills on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hang on now. Green, 39.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Well, they've had a great Great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Set! Green, 39!
They go back to the ground with McCoy. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. And he's got his tight end, Clay. Touchdown, Buffalo. Charles Clay from 8 yards out. And the Bills cut into that lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. To return it now, here's King. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark. No
doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. To return it now, here's King. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. Let's see if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all after it, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so because you've tried to run the ball and really didn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
Throwing, Rivers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. On 1st down, Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. His tight end, Clay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, CD, regular season inching closer. You know, looking at the ledger of the games, we'll just stick with the NFC right now. But it starts with a bang, Atlanta at Philly on the 6th.
How about the last 2 teams to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl head-to-head to start the season? The Falcons, they didn't win it. Philadelphia did. And then how about this for a second game? San Francisco at Minnesota. In normal years, it doesn't get as much attention, but how about now? Jimmy Garoppolo leading the 49ers to take on now Kirk Cousins' Minnesota Vikings.
Anything else there from the NFC Week 1 catching your eye?
Well, I think the Dallas Cowboys at Carolina, that definitely does, because the Cowboys are trying to get back to the playoffs. Dak Prescott, full season of Ezekiel Elliott, and, of course, number one, the big man, Cam Newton, will welcome them to Charlotte. And to finish things off, the last game of the season openers, the Los Angeles Rams, last year's revelation, taking on John Gruden's Oakland Raiders. How about that?
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's John Ryan now, standing just outside his own goal line. And it's fielded at the 34. 12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Rivers now on second down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Matt Milano coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. From the gun, Rivers. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes LaShawn McCoy as he trots back out there now. And the numbers show the improvement, and this is kind of what we thought we would expect to see from him. I know we overanalyze these things sometimes, but what switch? What's flipped that switch?
Sometimes I think when you're as great as he is, you just kind of roll out each game and expect good things to happen. And that's not always the case. Those guys on the other side of the ball, they're the NFL 2 for a reason. So maybe at halftime he gets a chance to regroup, kind of get it back together, get a little extra resolve, and now he's putting it into practice.
Now let's go. Blue line it.
They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Hey, while we've got a second, let's talk rookie running backs. Obviously, the headliner is Saquon Barkley, but there's a lot of good other backs in this class, are there not?
There certainly are, and there was a surprise first-round pick to many people out of San Diego State named Rashad Penny, who went to Seattle. They're trying to recreate that strong running game that they had that powered them to 2 Super Bowl appearances. How about Royce Freeman in Denver? A big-time pickup out of the University of Oregon. They expect him to be the lead runner when the season begins. He'll get every opportunity to do that. Kerryon Johnson in Detroit, out of Auburn. They haven't had a running game since I can't remember, and they need to take some pressure off of Matthew Stafford. Maybe Kerryon Johnson can power them that way. How about a couple below-the-radar guys? Chris Warren is leading the NFL in rushing after 2 weeks, undrafted out of Texas, running the ball well for Oakland. And if John Kelly can step in and give them some good play in Los Angeles, they've got great insurance for Todd Gurley, who, of course, is their lead back.
A lot of good ones. Of course, the class would have been even better had Darius Geis not gone down with that ACL injury. Tough break for Washington. Allen now looks to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here's John Ryan now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And taken right on the 30. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Rivers on 1st down. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Rivers now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Back now in Buffalo. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter.
Here you go, man.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. The defensive tackle Kyle Williams there for the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
You know, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's Gordon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
To throw is Rivers. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A 4th touchdown pass there for Phillip Rivers, and the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
And in this day and age, I would love to play quarterback in the NFL. Wide open offenses, acrobatic receivers. If you're accurate, you're going to have days like this.
Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. Sturgis for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Now Jones. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and it's 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Here we go. Green.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Looking deep, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Buffalo, and even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, Allen will set up the screen to McCoy. Evades him at the 20 and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run it with McCoy. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Another run. This time it's Ivory. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Hang on now. 3-19.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Williams. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll throw again. Rivers. And that is incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And here's Allen on 1st and 10. Curley's got it complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Left side here, caught by Clay. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now.
They'll go with McCoy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
It's 4th and 2, and you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage. So you have to be definite about your decision about where to go.
Throwing on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Clay that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Allen now on 3rd and 2. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
One final try here for Allen. And no, it's incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarring the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Gordon. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. Over the middle, complete. That's Bowman. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They go play action. Rivers. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Second down, Rivers. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen from 3 yards out, and the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Point after now from Sturgis. Sturgis adds the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Now Jones. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Bills getting set to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. We talked early on about this defense needing to hold him under 100 yards. He's had a few good runs, but he is under 100, and maybe not coincidentally, they're trailing here in the 4th.
Well, sometimes the best plans actually do get executed, and so far they're on their game.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. Down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen will try again on second down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
On first down, Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 6 there on first. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now Gordon. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.